Romans 12, 1 through 2. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. So not only should we be offering our bodies as a living sacrifice, meaning dying to ourselves and honoring the Lord by honoring our bodies, but we also need to be honoring the Lord by honoring our thoughts. I've literally been attacked all day since this morning when I woke up at like 5 with just really evil thoughts. And one tactic that the enemy uses to get us to fall into a bad place is inputting different thoughts in our mind. Now, of course, we have the choice from that point whether or not we're going to meditate on those thoughts and then act on those thoughts, or we have the choice as to whether or not we're going to cry out to God and do away with those thoughts. And what I normally do whenever those thoughts come, like they've been coming all day, is I'll repeat scripture. I don't care if it's a scripture that, doesn't necessarily apply to the thoughts that are going on in your mind. Because the word, the sword still holds power. So recite the first verse that comes to mind. That's one thing that I do. Another thing is that I don't dwell on those thoughts. And I'll literally just start praying until those thoughts are completely done away with. See, this is bigger than just distracting yourself from those thoughts, so to say. But it's literally fighting against those thoughts. And that's why we have to either dig in scripture, pray, use weaponry against those particular thoughts to do away with them. These are not my thoughts. These are thoughts that are being dumped into my mind. But through Christ, I have the power to do away with those thoughts, and I don't ever have to act on those thoughts. Remember, it's spiritual warfare. It's not going to be easy. It's not meant to be easy, but it's a literal fight against these principalities and these evil thoughts that are trying to be pushed into your mind. But again, through Christ, you have the power to overcome. So I hope that this encourages somebody who's dealing with those thoughts right here, right now, like I was all day. If this helped you, just go ahead and like, follow, save this for later. And I'll leave the verse right here so that you can go ahead and read. Peace.